Okay, so now we've gone over how to create menu page, a game over page, character, our enemy. The last things that we have to do, other than our artwork, is creating life and score. That's fairly simple. Couple of things that we need to do. Now you get points for just creating most of these objects. And then the last point you get is having the event sheet programming it so it actually functions correctly. So in order to create life, what we're going to do first is we're going to go to our event sheet and we want to add a global variable. And two ways we can do that. We can either type the letter V and it pops up our global variable menu, or we can right click and right here it says add a global variable. And all global variable stuff has a little planet next to it, like a global concept. So first we're going to name it life number and give it a total, say 5. Okay, and you'll see that up here, and you'll see that that is 1 point out of the game. And we might as well do our score variable while we're here. Type V, score, number. Initial value doesn't have to be anything. Unlike life, we want our life to have some value, but score doesn't need it. So right there, by entering those two, I've gained 2 points in my project. Now, we'll come back to the event sheet when we have to program it, but first we're going to go back to our game. Now, we're going to add in something that helps us read the score and something to read life. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to insert a new object. And first we're going to insert an object to read our life. And we're going to use a progress bar. And I'm going to put this up here. And while it's highlighted, I'm going to move over here to my properties thing, make sure it says progress bar at the top. I'm going to go down where it says maximum. And I made life only worth 5, so my maximum should only be worth 5. And I need to add a behavior. So I'm going to add an anchor behavior. And what this does is as my character moves through the game, this will follow us through the game so we know how much life we have throughout the entire game. Now the other thing is the viewport, so this dotted line. Now if I put this outside of my viewport, it won't follow us. It'll be in that one spot only. But if I keep it in the viewport, it will stay. So right now it's not in the viewport. I'm going to push play. And so you can see that it's not there, but it will. Oh, it didn't show up. It's supposed to show up outside of there. Well, see if that's just not high enough. But it should be fine. Okay, so it's not showing up. Well, I'll put it right back in the viewport. Let's see if it shows up now. There it is. So now it follows me through the game. But it's got to be in that viewport. If it's not in the viewport, it won't follow us. If you notice there's no color to it or anything, it's because I have not linked it to my life variable yet. All right. So why don't we link that really quick and we'll come back and finish the score. But as of right now, in the life section, we have 3 out of the 4 points. We have created a progress bar and we've added the anchor behavior to it. That's 2 out of the 4 points. And our event sheet here, we've created the life variable. That's the 3rd point. And now we just have 1 point left to create. So we're going to add an event. It's going to be a system event. And we're going to go to every tick. And we're going to add an action. And we're going to pick progress bar. And we're going to set progress down in the progress bar menu. And instead of 0, we are going to type in life. And here it will pull up our little global variable. You can tell because of the planet. We'll double click, hit done. So now we have gained all 4 of the points as needed. Couple other things that we're probably going to add in, and we'll add this really quick, is we're going to add an event. We're going to say when our character is on collision, in our collisions menu, on collision with another object, we're going to click and we're going to choose our enemy. Let's hit done. And we're going to add an action. And we're going to go System. And we're going to our global and local variables. And we are going to subtract from our variable life. Hit done. So here we set our progress bar to life. The next one, we create an instance on when we lose life. And now we'll do one more thing. We'll add an action, system, and we're going to go down to global local variables and compare variable. So when life is less than or equal to 0, we're going to add an action. We're going to go to system, and first we are going to go to our layouts, and we're going to go to our game over layout. Okay, and so I'm going to test that and look at my progress bar up to the left, or my right, I'm sorry. And so once I died, I went back to my start over, and oh, it doesn't want to function for us. Now, there's a couple of reasons why that might not function. First, we're going to go back to our game over. We're going to make sure it's on our event sheet. And then back up here, see where we're at. So we know that works, but some of our issue is that it doesn't want to send us over. So we're going to try one thing, and we are going to add an action, and we are going to go system, and we're going to try and set the value of life back to 5 and see if that lets us start over. Yep. So now on our life, we reset our life back to 5. And now we can go through the game. If we die, it goes to the game over. We click the start over, goes to our title page, start game, and back at it. All right. It's that simple. So right here, we've created all of our life stuff, and I'm just going to put little bookmarks on them. So right here, these 3 with bookmarks are our life values. We said every tick, we're going to set our progress bar to life, which is our global variable. On collision with the enemy, our character, we subtract 1 from life, and life is less than or equal to 0, game over, and set life to 5. All right, I'll stop here and get back with us with score.